Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Jan Blake, and this is your Friday Dilemma. Once upon a time, there was a couple so desperate to have a child that when all else failed, they went to see the bush doctor. The bush doctor cast his sacred shells, added meaning to meaning, and when he deciphered the puzzle, he turned to the people and he said, "You will become parents. You will have a beautiful boy child, but there are conditions. If you want the boy to survive and to live till a ripe old age, then you must make sure that he never, ever lies with a woman." The parents were confused, but they were so desperate to have the boy that they agreed. The bush doctor gave them something to drink and told them to go home and make love, which they did. 9 months later, the woman gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and everyone was happy until they remembered the taboo, the rules, the stipulations. And so they contrived to make sure that the boy had nothing to do with females. If he saw a woman, it had to be an elder woman. He wasn't allowed to see any younger women, and he was kept in the company of men, which was fine while he was young. But as his body began to speak to him, he became curious about younger women. He was sick and tired of old grannies. And so his eye began to rove. He would take any opportunity he could to watch the girls as they went this way and that way, and the parents became aware of his curiosity. So worried were they that they had him moved from the village into the forest. A faithful servant stayed with him, and the parents would come and visit now and then. Before he'd left the village, the young man's eyes had fallen upon a particular young woman. She was beautiful, and he was desperate to get to know her. He was fed up of being set in isolation in that forest. He wanted to be with people. He wanted to be with this people. He wanted to be with that girl. And so he sent his servant to fetch her. The servant protested, but the young man insisted. So the young girl was sent for. She sat with the young man. They talked about this. They talked about that. The servant gave them food. They ate. They drank. They talked. They got closer. Talking led to one thing and another. And soon they were making love. After lovemaking, they fell asleep, which is normal. But when she woke up, she found him quite dead. She raised the alarm. She told the servant. The servant ran into the village to tell the parents. The parents came with hot curses on their lips. They were gunning for her. They went for her. And at that moment, a forest spirit appeared and said, "Have no fear. I can restore your boy to health." He built a huge fire. He took the boy's body, he threw the boy's body onto the fire, and he said, "The boy will be restored to life if one of you will go into the flames and fetch him." The parents tried, they really tried. They gave it their best effort, but the flames beat them back. The girl, she stepped straight into the fire, she picked the boy's body up, and she brought it out. She was singed, but she was happy because he began to breathe. And that's when the forest spirit said, "A life for a life. He is alive, but one of you must die in his place. Who will it be?" And then he turned to the young man and he said, "You must choose. Will you choose your mother? Will you choose your father? Or will you choose this woman who saved your life? Which of them will die so that you can live?" The young man didn't know what to do. He looked at his mother, he looked at his father, he looked at the girl, and he didn't know what to do. And so my question to you is, who should he choose? Should he choose one of his parents? Should he choose the lover? Or is there another alternative? I don't know. You tell me.